Hello, everybody. My name is Victoria, pronoun she, her, aka the Dead Girl Walking, and I'm a big Cyberpunk fan. As you can tell, I just woke up. But that's a lie. I woke up like an hour ago, but I had to eat breakfast and stuff. But the Edgerunners trailer, the Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 teaser trailer is out. I avoided all of it, even though I avoided any spoilers of the trailer, even though Instagram tried to spoil me because it turns out when you follow a bunch of cyberpunk accounts, a lot of them talk about, the sequel to the biggest one of the biggest cyberpunk animes and one of the most critically acclaimed animes in general of all time. So I avoided all of them, but finally it's here. The Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 official teaser. It's called official teaser 2, which is interesting to me. I believe last year's Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 officially now in production trailer was official teaser 1, but this is full on official teaser 2, the first official teaser. Personally, like it is kind of the first official actual trailer, and I am really excited for it. I am really excited. Again, 1 minute, 31 seconds. I'm not expecting a crazy amount of stuff. This will not be an analysis video. This is just going to be a reaction video. I'm going to leave space for maybe putting it here, unless that's a copyright claim, in which I won't do that. Anyways, I'm really excited. I got my phone here with it. Enough chatter. Enough talk. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Night City. That's a guy in an alley. That's a lot of blood. Oh, we love that. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Dude, I love the style. Oh, I love the VHS style. Maelstrom, hell yeah. Arsako's blowing up. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Listen, it's a teaser. I wasn't expecting like a huge lore dump, but I loved that. I loved that. That was awesome. That was really fucking cool. Wow. First thing I gotta say, the VHS stuff. I said it throughout watching is awesome. That VHS filter from, I assume, Roman's camera I love that. I really, one of the things I am interested in is that D seems to have flipped a car with some type of red thing. Black wall magic? Are we going to call, maybe this is a Liberty of the Phantoms? I really want anything to do with Phantom Liberty in this, but oh, I love it. I love all the comments being like, "There's no happy endings." I am again going into this assuming everybody's gonna die. I really like that. I really like that. Honestly, that's all I really need for trailers. Give me a log line. Give me a minute and a half reel of stuff going on. That's all I need. I don't really need an official trailer. Of course, I'll watch the official, like, longer trailer, but, like, that was awesome. Just no, like, nothing specific about story stuff. I love teaser trailers for that reason because they don't spoil everything. And I love that. I love that that didn't spoil anything. I still don't really know what the show's about. I'm going to see actually if there's anything in the bod in the description. Let me just see. Gear up for a return to the world of Cyberpunk, where only the ruthless survive, and one long move can get you flatlined. The standalone story throws a fresh cast of characters into the darkest corners of Night City and brings a raw, gritty take on the world of the future. Lawless and unforgiving, this is Night City at its most brutal. Everybody's gonna die. That is awesome. This trailer ruled. This trailer fucking ruled. I I I love that. I don't really have anything else to say, but I just fucking loved that. Like, I do think one of the comments that showed up during the video said that it's like a journalist as the protagonist. Something about the journalist being a protagonist being a journalist, and I really like that. I do really. I think Roman's character is going to be really interesting. Where they I still don't know gender right now. I will probably look it up later. I assume I believe it's a guy, but I'll just use they for now just in case. I think it is very, very, very interesting, especially like because nowadays, right now, cyberpunk is kind of a mirror to society. I mean, all stories are, but like cyberpunk specifically as like a subgenre is a look at like society at its worst, and sometimes like society is kind of already at that point. It just doesn't look as cool as some of the stuff in like Cyberpunk 2077, for example. I am very, very, what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say the world right now, journalism, you know, is kind of very important, especially independent journalism. If you've played the Cyberpunk games, you know this. N54, WNS are the main like news site and news sources for a lot of people in Night City, and they both of them are like fully funded by Megacorps, which I know I believe N54 is funded by Arasaka. WNS is funded by Militech. I'm not saying that they're owned by them, but if you read them, if you read the in-game like news things for N54 and WNS, you will see N54 will always focus on like what Militech is doing wrong, while WNS focuses on what Arasaka is doing wrong. That, which could mean anything. That could be a critique on anything, really. It's almost as if legacy media is like just bullshit funded by billionaires who actually don't give a fuck about anybody and just want to push their own maximizing profit agenda uh, under the guise of journalism. But it's anyway. Who cares about that? But independent journalists are, you know, do I have to like how journalists in Palestine, for example, are specifically being targeted? Allegedly, because I think I have to say allegedly. Actually, I don't. Israel's committing a genocide. I don't give a shit. But I think that a journalist as a protagonist, seeing a journalist be a like an independent journalist focusing on uncovering the truth and showing the truth to the world in a world that is just in a city that is the lying. All the news sources are lying. Everybody's lying. Is a really good look at society right now. And I'm not assuming like they're going to be uncovering like things that are specifically happening in the real world. But like especially nowadays, like specifically now, it is very important to champion journalism and independent journalism specifically, and the people risking their lives to show us the truth. The people at the No Kings protests, or in Minnesota after the murders of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Rest in peace to both. To the people at Delaney Hall getting hit by cars, and for standing for showing the real world, and everybody. It's super important to that. It is really awesome to see a protagonist be a journalist. But it's also Night City. So Roman, I'm sorry, you're gonna die. Or you're not gonna die. A lot of people are saying are predicting that Roman's not gonna die. I don't think they are either. I think it's going to be really tragic, but to kill Roman feels like repetitive. Like you killed David. It's interesting to see what happens when you don't die. Ignoring the fact that all the comics, all the books, uh all the main characters like die. Like that's the whole thing. Like with no coincidence. Essentially everybody dies. Like everybody in the initial heist that we follow dies at some point, or their fate is not confirmed, but they're gonna die. Blackout, you think it's gonna end well? Nope. Character most likely dies immediately after the last panel. Trauma Team, main character Nadia dies. XOXO dies. Edgerunners dies. So I'm not predicting anything there. I'll have to read more up on the specific characters, but I am really, Really excited for this. Way more excited now than I was. Animation looks good. I mean, it's Studio Trigger. Obviously, it's going to look good. Um, I hope this means a new free update, maybe an expansion, like I said yesterday. If it, but I am really excited to get more Cyberpunk content, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot of me yapping, which is what all these videos are, but I really enjoy making these stupid videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, comment how, like, who's gonna die in the most brutal way, Talia, Wheat Kingsley, D, or Roman, and also what your thoughts are on the show. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Keep on walking, dead girls, because this dead girl is out. Bye.